Hello and welcome back to Swallownest Fan TV. I am once again your host Archie, and this is episode 2 of this journey throughout the 2022-23 season for, of course, Swallownest. Now, yesterday we suffered a 5-0 defeat at the hand of Vauxhall Motors FC, and full respect to Vauxhall Motors. They're a very nice team, and as you can see by these photos, they brought their very own podcast team with us to have a chat with some of our crew, and it was quite a good experience from what I've heard. Obviously, I couldn't make it, but it looked like a very pleasant experience for Fred and Will. So that was very nice of them. But a 5-0 defeat does mean, it's obviously not the result that we wanted, but it also means we're out of the FA Vars, which makes my prediction about the cup run wrong, sadly, but gladly that's not the only cup fixture we've got to look out for this season, as later on in this year we take on Thackley away from home, so we'll have to hope that we can pull something out of the bag in that game and go on another little bit of a cup run. Now in other news, on Swallownest games, we took on both Selby Town and Horbury Town last week, going away to Selby before hosting the high-flying Horbury on the Saturday. But sadly, from neither of those games we were able to pick up a single point. But despite that, what I heard about these games is that we weren't looking like a bad side during either of the matches, and the fact that Liam Frost is still getting his name all over every single score sheet he sees at the moment is, a very good sign, because from what I saw during pre-season is that we lacked that finisher in front of goal. We lacked that bit of oomph in front of goal. So I'm glad that Liam is starting to show that he can score goals frequently and quite confidently as well. However, on a bad note, we were still unable to get a lot out of the game when we probably should have. But there's not an awful lot you can do if the teams that you play are having a good game. Horbury had a very good game, I heard. They won 5-2. Selby only winning 2-1, but it was away from home, so there's not a lot you can do about that. So, yeah, they played very well. They deserved the win, but it would have been nice to pick up some points. Anyway, next up, the Nest are away to Beverley, and that's on the 30th of August, so only a few days away. And I've got to say that I'm actually extremely optimistic about this result about this fixture. With how I've heard that we played as of recent, and players such as Frost being in good form as of recent, I think that we've got more than enough chance to come away with a win on this Tuesday. And the games between Beverley and the cup tie versus Thackley, they show us taking on Rossington Main, going away to Rossington, then hosting Parkgate at the Swall Zero a few days after, and then a few days after that head away again to Castleford to take on Glasshooton Welfare. And I've got to say, same comments as before apply for all three of these games. So much so I think we'll win every game between now and Thackley on the 4th of October, because of sheer quality of gameplay and mentality sounds just unmatchable for teams to cope with. And hopefully, come Halloween, we'll be able to all celebrate being up there with some of the best in the league. Now, going on to something about Alex Nightingale, and I know I brought him up in the last podcast, but Swallownest finished one place off the relegation zone last season, and this season he's brought in some new players, obviously, like I said, with the player retainment, but he's actually brought in some new players as well. And as a team, they've gelled quite quickly. They got to play with each other a lot during pre-season, and I think he's probably built the best team that he could that he could get his hands on. Obviously, with he's been backed, obviously, and the fans will back him, but he's not got enough money for the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, so he's done what he can. He's spent what he's got, and he's made quite a spectacular team, which I think will not only survive this season, but hopefully be able to push for promotion to Division Up, which I would love to see, because who doesn't want to see the team going up a league? Obviously we could struggle in a league above, but if we perform confidently, if we're confident in front of goal, if Liam Frost keeps up the performances he's had as of recent, then I think we've got a pretty good chance to push for a title charge, and then or playoffs, and survive in the league up. Well, anyway, that's all from me in this episode. I think so anyway. But that's all from me this episode. Thank you for listening on. If you can drop a like and subscribe, it would mean the world to every single one of us that does work with the channel, whether that's doing my job as talking very quietly on this podcast, or any of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Your support has been crazy so far, and we can't thank you enough. We know it's every single one of you, because it means the absolute world to us every time you give us some support, because it shows we're doing what you guys like. We're showing the side of football that you guys want to see, and we're all glad. We here are all glad that you're enjoying our videos, really. So thank you so much, and have a great night, and up the Swall.